gentlemen, you're going to be heads up.
And it's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. And you guys know what that means. It's the MegaStack Freezeout Tournament final table here on TCH Live. How y'all doing? Doing fantastic. As you pop on into the chat, we welcome you all. My name is Mike Cambledi, Dude Talking. And we've got the ATX Poker himself in the house, Mr. John Shack, joining me here for this. I was hoping to hear that you were on the actual final table, but that didn't happen for you today, did it?
It didn't, but you know
that's the game, huh?
This is the ultimate runner-up prize.
It's maybe we could start offering that in the prize pool at some point. Then say, hey, maybe if you bubble, you get to at least spend a half hour in here. Hey, chat pros, Nick from Yuma, Alan, what's going on, Alan, Mikey, JTN 1968, our boy E, Dylan, Joan Fisher. Hey, we got the Bronstein Bomber. We've got Big Daddy Albert, the People's Champion. A couple other familiar faces here as well.
What's up, Nick from Yuma?
What's going on, friend? All right, so we got Punch and Judy back in the main. Augustine, I think, was the guy who went heads up with Nick Neighbors when we had the Berkey weekend. I think so. Maybe he was in that mix with Uncle Sam and Neighbors and somebody else, I think, at that point. So, well, we got Judy opening here to 17K. And the Bomber thinking about playing the old 10-9. Nope. Aiden here in the mix that...
Heads up here.
Yeah, he's got a Warrior shirt on, so at least we know he's got a lot of character. All right, we got Ted. We love our NBA fans here, but
That's
all right. We got Ted Clump with the 8-7 of diamonds, Colin the 6-5 of spades, and ba-da-ba-ba. Here we go.
I don't know if you know anything about Colin, but he's actually a new player from San Antonio, and he's visiting for the weekend. He's only been playing for about 6 or 7 months. He gets the UTSA, and he started playing during quarantine. So he came out this weekend. He's a sharp kid, and next thing you know, he binks the final table.
That's Colin, or is it 8?
That's Colin.
He's doing all right so far, as he's going to be connected to a straight draw here on this flop. Judy C betting. 3-ball going to turn. As let's see if Judy goes and barrels this again. Has 107 in the middle. I think opting for probably like a half-size pot bet. Maybe. Does about a third pot there with about 30K. And just some naked aggression here with King 5 of diamonds is going to take down our first hand. Sunday. All right, let's take a look at the old prize pools. We had 47 entries into this today for a total prize pool of $7,990. First, $2,559. Second, $1,757. Third, $1,313. Fourth, 998. Fifth, 719. And sixth, paying out 639. So pretty good turnout here today, as seemed like the room was pretty full.
Pretty packed. A lot of action on the 1-2 here today, too. Really big action.
You sent me a message that you had a hand that went pretty well for you. So I was like, all right, good deal.
The old Steam Dola special.
The old Steam Dola 8-8. Incredible. That 8 pocket 8s work wonders. So we'll always be on the lookout here for the 8 of spades. But we got to meet and Augustine. A straight draw here for me. And bottom pair, now make that 2 pair. Check and bet. I assume it's going to call, but 9 actually is good for him here in this spot too. And now, well, technically they both have 10s and jacks. The 9 is going to play. Augustine got counterfeited, but not a. There were a lot of cards that could have just caused havoc on that hand. And that happened to be one of them, another board pair. And he is Gonna swing it all. All right.
They all seem to be pretty stacked in this final table as well. There's only a few that are under 20 big blinds.
And we'll see. And, you know, that's always something to be aware of. As often when we go through this, depending on where the player pool is at and where we start, like it's, you know, once we start to get to 5K, 10K, then I think chips start to kind of get moving. But I literally can't stress to you like how every Sunday it goes opposite of my expectations. Be like, boy, they're going to be just throwing it in here, and then you're here for 4 hours, and you're like, oh boy, I don't know if anybody's going to throw a chip in the pot, and then you're chopping within an hour and a half. It's probably Carolyn's fault. Like, super producer Carolyn, like, never gets a chopped tournament final table. You leave, and we have the shortest Sunday tournament, I think, ever. So it was very unfortunate, but I kid. That is Aiden. Young guy, raises up here with the ace-8 of diamonds. Going to go ahead and pick up the sublimes and empties.
Yeah, Mike, I actually got to know Aiden as well. He's from like Westchester, New York, which is like northeast, I believe is what he said.
Really?
Outside of New York, and he also goes to UT, but he goes to UTA, not UTSA.
Yeah.
But he told me he grew up just playing games in his parents' basement with all his buddies, so he's excited to be on the stream again. We've seen him before.
Yeah, I thought he had seen somewhat familiar, so that's... Oh, Judy is my grandma. Yes, his Jackson Walker. Awesome. Let's see, we're checking up with all the other chat pros here. Jedi Master Ted, as always. Derek's here, Whitener. Hillbilly War Eagle. There's Aiden opening here with queens. And better off Ted here with aces.
Couple of ones.
Rockets and Bitcoin.
Ted's pretty excited. This is the first time he's ever made the stream. He's a local player from Kyle.
Really?
He plays around all the different card rooms, and this is the first time he's ever being to stream.
Yeah, that's the fun part about doing this every Sunday. Is, we get introduced to new viewers of the show. We stream Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. We do cash games here at Texas Card House in Austin. So if you're checking us out here for the first time, make sure to click subscribe. And by golly, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and smash that like button, because you're about to get some entertainment here as Aiden going to get coolered unless he gets very lucky here. The board run out not going to be conducive to any backdoors, so it's just limited to 2 queens. The pot size is almost built up to what his stack is at this point, so he calls 65K here is effectively, he's going to push it in, and unfortunately, it's going to see the bad news. Welcome to poker. It is often tragic and disappointing and frustrating. But, here at this stage, you just acknowledge it's a cooler and maybe get lucky. 10 ball and an 8 on the end, and that is going to take a big chunk out of Aiden's stack. Actually, it's going to take all of the chunks out of it. He's going to be knocked out here in our first elimination. Good game. Congrats on making the final table, and
GG.
Hope to see you back here again. It's super deal with Jeremy. Counting it up and divvying it on out. All right, we got like we had a bunch of games happening out there. We saw, even as we were coming in, players were standing up in a massive pot in 1-2, it looked like.
Which involved Lottie.
Well, I don't know if he flipped his cards up or if he was just on the table present for it, but there was heaps of chips there. So we got 4 1-2-0 limit tables happening, and 1-2-5 players on the list also for 1-2-5 PLO and our tournament final table. So this must be that week when there's like no football on and everybody's like, I'm not gonna watch like college basketball or spend time with my family or friends or
laundry.
All that stuff goes to the wayside. Let's go play some poker here today. So glad if you had the free moment of time to be able to pop on out here to Austin.
How you
gonna raise
doing,
up here.
Brian?
I gotta say, like, I bet it. I wonder what that is like now, since when I was a new player, I felt like the learning curve was really sharp, and I think with the level of teaching that's out there, like, to the degree that how quickly can a new player learn and become, like, pretty super competent. Like, that's something I wonder, because it is still kind of important to keep the game out there for the younger generation, so that hey, the game lives on. And Colin's going to find a frustrating moment here, as he's been 3-bet by the Bomber out of the small blind, as Colin opened to 16K. The Bomber 3-betting to 56K. Albert easy full with the 5s. And now back to Colin, who is going to fold pre. Avoids that rookie mistake of overplaying King Queen. Good job, Colin.
Yeah.
Not knock on the table, so it lays it down. But all right, so we have John Shack here from ATXPoker.club. We've done interview and podcast type of deal, and you've had it on the Thursday show, so it's good to have you in here.
Yeah, it's nice to be in the booth with you, and we got a nice meetup game actually here at Texas Card House on Wednesday.
Boom.
7 p.m. Come play some 1-2 with us. Get some John dollars.
Get some JJJ dollars, says Alan saying GME to the moon. I mean, I didn't even need to think about the Super Bowl or sports this week. It's all just like, let's check out CNBC and see billionaires crying. Like, this is pure entertainment. I don't know if it's going to be good in the long run, but for this moment in time that is kind of unprecedented, and I feel like maybe we're defeating that word now because everything has become unprecedented, but unreal stuff. As we've got Colin with Ace King, a rip. Augustine had just brazen the hijack to 18K, trying to steal some blinds. Danny's and attack the short stack. Is going to get whittled down a little bit more.
You know, you made a good point with how easy it is these days, especially with all the online courses and free content that's out there to watch and develop your poker games. But I think one of the best things you can do is actually being on the felt as well. It's a whole different feeling when you're sitting there and the nerves are happening and people are staring at you. So, time, on the felt is
Yeah. I mean, it's and focus time too as well, because it's it's one thing when you are a experienced player and you understand your game and your opponents really well, and put the headphones on and just kind of tune out. Like, I think especially when you're starting, like, there's so many different things to learn as far as body language, table mannerisms, etiquette, just the social aspect into this is a game people should be enjoying and having fun with.
Right.
And, you take care of your dealers and all that kind of stuff. And, sometimes new players wake into that kind of at different time periods. As we've got Albert with Ace Queen on the button and a ton of chips. As I think I've over kind of shadowed this here, that Albert has a massive number of chips. A little surprised. He maybe didn't put a 3-bet in, but and Colin gonna lay down the small blind of Ace Jack, as it's kind of, I mean, maybe you can call in that spot, but if he rips, I wonder if Albert calls or if he gets it through or not. But goes check here on the flop, check on the turn, and Amit's not gonna try to take a stab at it, and Albert's going to go here to showdown with Ace High with a W, as take down a 31K chip pot in this no limit hold'em $170 buy-in tournament. MegaStack Freezeout. We do this each and every Sunday, but next Sunday we will not, as we'll let the Super Bowl take the big stage. Right? I've not even thought about it this week. I always wait till kind of the last couple of days before to start listening to podcasts and.
What do you got planned for it?
I don't know who I'm going to root for, and that's the thing. It's like
Are you going to be making some Mike's Famous Chili?
I might, actually. I was thinking about that today. Like, trying to get back into the keto swing thing, so I'm like, okay, just leave out the beans and set my... I think it might be a cold day that Sunday as well, so maybe we'll talk about it at some point, but I've not given a lot of, like, I wonder how this game's going to play out, and these are what has to happen. Like, it's... We'll wait a couple days on that. But Colin with a raise up here to 18K. Shane in the small blind.
How you doing, Carlo?
Hey, what's up, Carlo? Let's see. Excuse me.
What flavor are you drinking today?
Today, this Rain Inferno Red Dragon. It's got kind of like a cherry feel to it. No carbs, no sugars, none of that. Okay, maybe there's a little bit more. But as Shane will defend out of the small blind, check it over to Colin here on the Ace-10 deuce board. And we'll C-bet and get his opponent to fold. No, good work. All right, I'm reading the chat here. It's tough to keep up with all of you. I'm not in the booth. I'll be back on the felt tomorrow. And Nick from USA, no wonder the stream is working fine. You know, that's his electromagnetic pulse of awesome is just not going to overload our system. Yeah, that was I don't know, John, if you caught that on Monday. He is the type of guy, chat, that happened for the back half of the show. There's a couple that were funny, but you know, it took on a life of its own.
Super producer Carolyn back here getting the ultimate relaxation with Texas Royal Touch.
That
making us jealous.
We got Augustine jamming with deuces in the meantime. It is I wouldn't want to try to do it while I'm broadcasting, because it'd just be me like, ugh. Yeah, 3-bet from the small blind. Like, that's just how tight I am, I think, at this point.
Confuse the audience?
Yeah, if I wouldn't have already irritated them enough to a degree. But
although we did decide last week that the ultimate flex would not be just massage on the table, but a straight razor shave.
That seems like a health hazard at some point, and I don't. That would be maybe like getting your shoes shined or two, like with that, or
sitting up on a box.
Yeah, just like, yes, you peasants, I will call. There's got to be some. Yeah, that's. Anyway, as we continue here on TCH Live.
We got two Nicks at the same time in the chat.
That's unprecedented. Nick and Nick Royce. It was kind of like when there became so many Matts here that everybody just kind of started picking up different nicknames. So that's why you have Oklahoma. That's why you had Westlake. That's why you had Matt Lou. I think it was just Matt Lou. That's
Steamdola.
Yeah. Of course, Steamdola. Sometimes you'll let it be known as Matthew. But the man that we know, the Bomber, with a raise up here to 28K. I don't know if he got on the stream on the... Yeah, I dealt to him on that Thursday. Of course he was on. He'd been looking forward to getting back to it, and won a big pot, if I recall, Ethan, I'm trying to root for Colin, but it keeps being choppy. You mean your feelings about Colin or the stream? That seems like I'd love to feel for him, but it's just kind of my emotions are very choppy right now. I could go either way.
It's a roller coaster of a night.
That it is. Moose Duty here, Boyd and Moose Duty here in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Be sure to smash the like, hit subscribe, ring the bell. Hey, over 14,100 subs. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. The bomber, just kind of a card rack here early on. And it raised on up here to 29K. No, excuse me, that's way more than that. That is 38K by the Bronstein Bomber. I think he's, well, just wants to give a shout out to son Rick. I heard my friend Sage said that he was playing on the felt with his grandson even, that it's like 3 generations of Bronstein Bombers. Anyway, as we left George here, as he's going to pick up the pot. Albert's still sitting on top of the chip stacks like a legend.
Big Daddy Albert. Big Daddy Chip Stacks.
Absolute Albert. Awesome Albert. Ass-kicking Albert. I had something, but, you know, maybe does it have to all start with an A, I guess? The
Always like that.
Albert, the
amazing Albert. Always like
the
that.
algorithmic Albert.
You know exactly where Albert is in the card houses. When you drive around, you can see his big old Harley out there.
And if you try to mess with it, you'll mess with Albert, and I would not be on the other side of that. So.
No, thank you.
No, not one bit. American Badass Albert here under the gun. I guess I'm more surprised when he doesn't make the final table sometimes. Here, it's kind of like that in the Professor. Like if I don't see the Professor or see Albert, I wonder what happened. Hey, can you plug that in down there for me?
You wonder what massive cooler
yeah, just
occurred.
Floor to stream, please.
He's talking about a special shirt tomorrow.
Oh, he's a special. That promises to be. That promises to be interesting. As all right, we've got Shane with a race up here to ace 10, suited to 25. And it is the Bombers' big blind. It is 17 more for him to defend. We're about 2 spots away from the bubble. So, yeah. I don't know if he feels like he's quite deep enough that he wants to try to go tangle up in all of this.
Mike, how'd your broadcast go this weekend?
Oh,
I saw a little sample, and it looked pretty exciting.
Yeah, I had a Friday night basketball broadcast that our team lost, a Saturday afternoon one that went really well. That the ladies won in very dominating fashion. It was super fun. Like it's always a process because there's still the pregame preparation for all of it and the drive and just kind of staying in contact with people and trying to make sure you're on top of as many details as possible, and it's a lot of incomplete information. But we have a lot of super duper fun with it. And it's going to be a really busy couple of weeks as playoff time's coming, so it could just – I could see weeks where it's 4 games a week, so we shall see. All right, we got limping. We got a meet here with ace-4 of hearts as the Bomber with, let's see, he's going to check his option here as, let's see here. Okay, bottom pair for a meet, straight draw here for the Bomber. Try to get my mouse to work on my machine, and it is telling me to go F myself, essentially. So Albert is going to lead at this with overcards. Figuring maybe this doesn't connect with whatever a meet limped with, and figures like, maybe I can just bully the Bomber out of this, even if he has something with some equity in it. Bomber doesn't seem like he wants to continue here out of position, as that's it. Boom. Says you win, Albert. You always do. Oh, this is frustrating. But hello, chat. John Shack here of ATX Poker here in the house. JTN196, this stream always makes my Sunday night complete. Thanks as always. Thank you as always.
Thanks, Joel. We appreciate it.
Thank you. All right.
JTN, hopefully we can see you when we go to Dallas in 2 weeks.
That would be pretty baller, man. We put a name to a face, and Ethan, I'm a frequent player at TCH. I'm the real Ethan. I believe it. It's tough to keep up with the Ethans as well. There seems to be an influx of. All right. We continue on TCH Live Sunday, the Lord's Day. You hedonists out here watching the pokers. You just remember the will of God is almighty. Okay, that's taking it too far. I don't want to insult people, but that's just my my evangelical Mikey Sunday.
Your Southern preacher.
Yeah. It's if the world goes to shit and I run out of things to do and I'm shamed forever, I'll just come back as a redeemer, man. You got to have plans if things go completely haywire and off the rails. What's going on, Matt Steamdola? The Steam team. What's going on, Cap P?
What's up, Steam? We're excited to see you back on the felt this Thursday.
As we got Albert moving in here with ace-9 over the top of everybody. And he's going to get this through. Augustine opened in the hijack. He had leaving himself about 68K in tournament chips. And then, boom, the American Badass, Albert, rips it in. Hey, Steam Nola, I'm playing on the stream Thursday, y'all. Doesn't really talk like that, but he's a walk-in here. As we continue. This is actually the last day of the month, huh? We've already a month through 2021, and it has gotten off to a rocking, roaring, strange start. But maybe February will be better. Maybe. I am keeping hope alive, and hopefully you shall too. Is Colin here in the small blind going to raise? Shane will get out of the 5 Dewey. Pick it up. All right, so we got a 1-2-5 PLO table that just opened. 3 tables of 1-2 no limit, and a 2-5 no limit. Well, we've been running that just about every day. And also happening here this month at Texas Card House. And if you want to check all of our promotions, go to texascardhouse.com where you can check out our expanded calendar. If you're thinking ahead here, fellas, you're like, oh, crap, it's February. I got to pretend not to care about Valentine's Day or care about it. It's coming up on Sunday. And you can bring a date and both get 50% off here at TCH. Come on down here. Spend your Valentine's Day with your significant other. You get 50% off your time. Boom, bada bang. As we've got Augustine ripping the old King 9. Yep. Let's see if we get looked up here by Colin. Would represent about half this stack at this juncture. As I think if you intend to play, you have to move all in over the top yourself, but it does just invite somebody to maybe come along here, and Ted might think about it, but it seems like it'd be a hefty price, even with what he's invested in the big blind and the ante. I would like a shove more from Colin's position. But, in this instance, he's got his opponent dominated. 9 is still going to need to happen. And it is going to be a 5 on the end. So, King, Jack high, pair of 5s and an ace.
GG.
Good game, Augustine. Returning face here as Boy, okay, we've got 2 eliminations down.
One away from the money.
That is a fact, Jack. If you guys want to throw in a super chat or super sticker, feel free to do so. JTN, Mike, you're dealing again this Thursday. You dealt some good action hands. Yeah, it was very bizarre watching it happen where it's like a triple straddle. I think Mahdi opened for like $130. David, Pratt, and I think like 3-bet with queens to like 510, and there was like 4 callers. So this pot just got ginormous. That I was expecting to see some just like, massive, ridiculous hand, and it was just like, okay, it was queens and some random hand Monty had, but we'll see. It's when you're kind of rotating around the table, sometimes you have no idea when you will be at that. But it was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, which was not to say it was easy, but it was sort of like, oh, okay, I know how this show goes.
You did it very handsomely. I was like, is that a supermodel doing?
No.
Oh, that's Mike Jumblood.
No, that. Yep, in my mask too. You could tell. You're like, I bet that guy probably models.
Did you get a lot of agents?
Dadbot Monthly. All right, we've got.
Monthly.
It's a very niche audience of.
Midwestern.
Yeah, they're just like, I like his reliability and probably not going to cheat on me because he can't. Yeah. All right, on the bomber here with top pair.
Dad Bod Monthly is where I go to get my specials at Sears.
Really?
Yeah.
Your deals on what are the shoes? Not the Converse, but the
New Balances.
The New Balances. Yeah. You got to get those plain white.
All white. Turn those bad boys green in the summer.
You got to get a buckle for your phone. Be really protective of your barbecue.
The last article I read actually in Dad Bod was teaching me how to do the double pistols from the riding lawn.
Oh, yeah.
The double pistol to the neighbor. What's up, Mike?
What's
boom,
up?
Boom.
Yeah, and you're just like. All right, we got a hand though here. It's the bomber here betting top here. Ted gonna float here with kings because he knows maybe Mr. George can sometimes be shacked in a fool, but we see it here. He's got a way better hand. Ethan, Youngblood has a perfect square head. Thanks, man. It's the nicest thing anyone said tonight. As queen here on the end is bomber checks the turn. It's now 126K pot as Ted hoping to make it to showdown here. With a queen pairing on the end, that it's likely sometimes maybe that George has some kind of queen X combo there, but yeah. As we continue here on TCH Live, Sunday. We have Brian in the chat has been saying great words about you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of insulting things, but...
Oh, he's calling me a filthy wobbler. Another Smash Brothers reference.
Oh, brother. All right, but yeah, chime on in the chat. Make sure to smash the like. Follow us here at tch.atx on the gram. TCH Austin on Twitter and at Texas Card House. PM in the chats. I played in the $135 tournament at TCH Dallas. Go you. Hope those tournaments are enjoyable. I've not gotten a chance to get up there yet, but...
Yeah, that's one of the stops we're going to make in 2 weeks. Pretty excited. Haven't been up there myself, but I grew up in Dallas. So probably get a group of friends, go check it out together.
That sounds like a damn good time.
Represent Austin, take all their money.
Yeah, Dallas people would probably tell you a different story would be happening, but everybody's got the freedom to do so. All right, well, that's just Judy smashing the ever-living hell out of this flop, but opponent has nothing to do with this. The legend Judy. This has been like, I feel like at least third or fourth final table in the last like 2 months, at least. And
Judy's very consistent. I was playing with her earlier. She's fun on the table.
hey, what's going on, Rockstar Implementations? Dude talking. We love you. One of the best commentators out there. Thank you. Daryl checking in from Spanaway, Washington. Dude talking. Did you get in on any of GameStop, he means. The rumor has it AMC is going to the moon. Yeah, I have heard this, the tweeting people just talking about a couple of different things that they're looking to go against the shorters. And yeah, this is all entertaining. I'm all trying to, the scenarios here where we just don't collapse the market to a degree. I mean, I literally know nothing, so it's, you know, my expertise does not involve what long-term ramifications are, but I'm sure we'll find something to get mad about here in the coming weeks.
Is this Ethan from San Antonio in the chat?
Well, either is. There is no is.
Is E. McKenzie saying AMC is definitely not. What's up, the usual suspect? Greetings and salutations.
How you doing, Daddy Shaq? The legend.
Wow, Corky Shacklin. John, you ready for your trip? All right. So we have the amazing Albert here with a raise up to 28. K. Colin next to act against the aggressive Albert. Aggro Albert. Not that could also. Look at this. I think he might be going for a 3-bet here in this spot, which is very courageous and correct. I think based on the hand matchups that he has, but that's, yeah, hey, for somebody new, you don't necessarily see that move, but
yeah,
the risk, though, is if you do it against an early position player, you know, you get somebody behind you that wakes up with a hand, it's just like you're just praying that you're getting it through, which Judy's got jacks. The pocket Judies.
Pocket Judies.
That's what I'm going to start calling them now. Pocket Judies. She's probably wondering here in this spot if this is a legit 3-bet, whereas like it's one thing in a cash game where we see 3-betting constantly. It's so different on the bubble. A 3-bet of an early position raise, and it works. Really well done there, Colin. I don't know if that's luck or if anybody else would have jammed jacks there in that spot, but the aggression there on Albert is going to pick up the pot. So well done there, kiddo.
You know, we talk a lot about these players, like poker history. But Judy's here to talk about her poker, her story.
Right. Boy, I knew I was signing up for something here tonight. Oh, let's see here.
That's a Brian shout-out bit there.
Yeah, okay, all right, Brian shout out, okay.
That's a Brian bit.
Okay, it's a Brian bit. That makes more sense now. I'm like, Nick from Yuma, Judge, Judy, and Executioner. I like it. I like it. Is all right. Unfortunately, they can't be called Pocket Judy since she didn't play them. So that's unfortunate, but. As we've got Ted limping the 6-5, suited the bomber here with pocket nines, some niners. Anybody out there in the Dogecoin army up? Am I the only one out there on that hill for?
About 7 years ago on Reddit, somebody created a poker site that was called Shiva Poker. Really? And you used only Dogecoins at the time because they were like .000 whatever.
Right.
And you'd be gambling with like tens of millions of these. Then the site randomly shut down and the guy just disappeared or whatever. Looking back now,
You realize you could have just ran up a massive bankroll here. That's just a missed opportunity.
You could have been a millionaire playing poker.
Doge to the moon, says JT891,000. We got Broke Fish here in the chat. He's no tough fish, but, you know, we'll welcome you in. Carlos saying Wayne Gretzky is ready to go. Oh, yeah. We used to do this thing here where we used the numbers in these hands and called it by a football player. So, like, the pocket nines would have been like the Aaron Donalds or 33, the Scottie Pippins. Got Ernesto here in the chat. The way. That is correct, Nick. WAY greater than AMC. The way.
The way.
Yeah, it's sort of been, it's one of those things that when you get to know some of these chatters, they've been around long enough that when it just becomes somebody, their thing, you just acknowledge it and you're like, this is incredibly funny. All right, so we got a hand going on while I'm yammering around. We had Colin with top pair, not top two. Amit turned a straight draw here with the threes. Albert also had turned a straight draw to go with his pair. And he's going to go into aggro Al mode. If you're calling here, you're trying to guess, is this a raisable spot that he's only worried against ace 3, 3-6 is set. That what if you raise here would you be getting called by? So that you beat. So there's absolutely going to be a call here, I think, in this spot. It's just a matter of
For sure.
if he's gonna go for a little bit more.
He ships it.
He rips as I mean, I suppose maybe a week or two pair might look this up here. Albert's posturing, but
You gotta watch out.
the danger of it, though, is it could get absolutely coolered and ripped, and you're only really getting called by hands that you're chopping with or just absolutely crush you. But, you know, some plays are different. Some plays you might get looked up with Jack 10 or something there, for instance. But
It's always nice to do your first stream and just run really well.
that helps.
That's good for the confidence.
Let's see. Back here in the chat. Hey, smash the like. Steam Dola saying XRP to the moon. I saw a little bit on that was a thing that was happening, but
I apologize.
I did not get it on XRP.
Come up with your new prizes. It took a little bit.
It's probably still pretty low right now, but
Second
this
is
is
1714.
yeah. The Reddit army, the Twitter army. It's a really
Fifth is 701. Sixth.
maybe a defining moment in our society where, like, okay, maybe this is where the real
The percentages were 32%,
protest or revolution starts to get more people into the market.
12.5,
But
9%, and 8%.
You got it, Joel. I'll do that. And what's up, Brokefish? Welcome to the chat. Glad your arm is healed.
that's is that a personal friend?
He's a local player.
Okay.
701.
I believe he moved here from Vegas. He was a Vegas pro.
Ah, I
Moved
see.
here in last year, I believe.
Steam Dola saying only 48 cents, Mikey. Okay, all right. Well, Albert raising Shane with a couple of ladies. And ripping it all in. What else you supposed to do?
Over here so you can see later.
It's 103 more back here to Albert. Represents about a third of the stack or so to call.
Show me, because I'm going to see it later anyway. Show me the
You make this call.
I I mean, I just don't know anything about Shane, but probably at this stage of the tournament with the money bubble, it's a bust.
We've seen
It's
Shane.
just sort of like most shoves around this point don't tend to be of the nuclear blast off.
Right.
Unless you know Shane to do something kind of weird in the spot, like it's going to be 103 to call what's in a pot of 178.
So we have seen Shane win this tournament a few times. And he hasn't played any hands on this final table yet. So.
And also just kind of take into account any of Albert's randomness.
He makes the call.
Sometimes he might just make this just for the sake of. Albert's got an effort button, and I think he's just pressed it. As he had hoped maybe he was up against a weaker ace or flipping with a pair, but let's see the ladies, the two chicks at the same time. Well, he's got a wheel draw now and an overcard. 3 balls not going to change anything. And there's an ace on the end. Poor Shane has been eliminated. Ace on the river, Albert, as they call him out there in the streets.
GG.
Cheech, as you saw there, the turn card actually it was read as the first card, so board run out. We saw it there on the camera that the ace of spades hit, and that is going to eliminate Shane. And we are now within the final 6. So it is time to take it to a vote here. Who do you got on this? You press 1 here for Ted, 2 for Amit, 3 for Judy, 4 for the Bomber, 5 Albert, and a 6 for Colin. 1 for Ted, 2 for me, 3 for Judy, 4 for the Bomber, 5 for Albert, 6 for Colin. There's dominating position out here for Albert. Probably not fair to put the vote right after he wins like a huge pot. That will swing the vote a little bit towards this direction, but it also lets you know who you're rooting for. Maybe there's some Judy fans here in the house that are going to be Judy's Army here in the house. You got Taylor Carroll saying voting for number 69. Nice.
That's Mike, classic.
Yes. 69. I would love to be able to crush this tournament, but it's not something I've haven't quite had the chance yet. So, all right, 5K, 10K, the 10K big blind, Annie. For real though, Judy looks like the GOAT. Damn straight. You don't mess with Judy out here on these tournament streets. Get yourself corrected.
That's right. Every time I hear the name Judy, I instantly think of Larry David. Curve. Judy.
Judy. So you got the King Jack of Diamonds, the nut hand ever, according to one player within the Austin scene. So, lady. Hashtag free Judy, says Taylor. Hell yes. She needs to be freed. Albert's going to call with King Queen in position here in the hijack. Meet here with Ace 10. It's not really the 3-betting type unless it's a shove. Is looking at 25K more to call out of the big blind, which would leave him like 80K left after 87K after this. Eugene Green going against Green of taking the Bomber.
50,000.
And King right there in the window. Albert here with a better king. This could be dangerous for Judy. She does have backdoor diamonds, and she is Judy. So, that helps a little bit. Not necessarily in a equity standpoint, but
Just in life.
Just in life, really. Like, just always going to have a chance. Should have smashed that like, too.
She's going to bet the king
Ace.
with the Judy kicker.
Yep, with the Judy. There you go. Call of Judy, says Nick from Yuma.
Call of Judy.
And, well, unfortunately, our hero is up against our other hero, Albert. A real clash of the Titans here. Gonna need backdoor diamonds. There's one. Jack or diamond for Judy, and it's a jack. A Judy on the river. Unfortunate for Albert, as that takes a big pot off of him and lowers him down to about 354K. And hashtag free Judy indeed. Backdoor Judy. Hashtag here in the chat. Sick game sometimes, and Albert gets a little lucky knocking out the queens, and he gets it in with the best hand against Judy, and it's going to have to sacrifice a lot of chips on over, as the Judy army has spoken, unfortunately.
And the chat goes wild.
This is unprecedented. It is about time the folks have stood up and started giving the GOAT some respect. And we're able to do that here tonight. Like I said, she's Judy. She was bound to win that hand. Like, it's just to having that extra equity in life, man.
I don't think I beat that.
Hey, but yeah, you have to leave the options. You had 9 of diamonds on there.
Okay.
That deuce of diamonds was such a huge turn card to roll over some equity.
Good hand, guys.
Easy game indeed.
Okay.
Nick hit you with the moose, Judy.
Hard line or no?
Moose Judy.
Tournament dealers start next shuffle.
Yes.
6,000.
There's getting Greenstein. Now there's getting backdoor Judy. There's also getting coined. That's the thing I coined. Not the actual return coin, but just the, you know, if you go against Big Daddy Coins on the stream and you get yourself, you know, 3 out it, you just got coined, man. All right, as the Choctaw Nuts here.
I would be okay with that, too. He's the nicest man I've ever encountered in these card rooms.
Who was?
Coins.
Coin, yeah. I was
Coins.
like, I'd lost my track of thought there.
Coins is a legend.
He is quite a heck of a nice man. He's been giving everybody fits on the 5-10 table. Is he going to be back tomorrow? Hell yes. Get Judge Judy. There's Poker Judy. As we continue.
I'm going to make a Call of Judy shirt and wear it.
Yeah, call yes. That is, like, I wear my Words Are Hard shirts when I get home on, like, Thursdays. That's a Call of Judy. There's got to be a way you can make a hilarious Photoshop of that. Some kind, like, some Call of Duty cover, and it's just some super soldier, and it's Judy's face, like, Photoshopped on it. All right, we got to raise up to 4. We got to meet jamming here with Queen 10 of clubs. Call of Judy here with potential. With a hand here in the small blind at ace-9 with the bomber waiting in the wings. Yes, bomber's going to fold his queen-jack. It's back to Ted. It is 49K more to call.
He's got the Rampage.
44, the Chuck Foreman, the
red 44s.
Call of Duty 2% equity. That's a pretty good one. All right, we got a good old-fashioned flip. Pocket pair versus suited overcards. Meet the slight advantage. And still looking good here for pocket 4s. Up some counterfeit outs, though. Queen 10, 6, it's king. 4 is going to hold up, and Amit has been knocked out in 6th place.
GG, Amit.
GG. Hit the showers, as they say out. Though, like, the guy that does the actual hit the showers bit does it much more aggressively. And he doesn't really do it anymore, but it is the Slay Man abides.
Do they
Slay
still
America.
in the high school basketball games? Do they still bring out the keys and warm the buses? Is that a thing still?
I don't think. I haven't seen it in any of the games I've done, but it's been a while since I've had to do like a road game and some, and like they're not allowing a lot of student sections into a lot of these games unless it's unless it's like a football game or something outside. So it's a different vibe doing some of these games when it's like you don't have 50 kids just screaming after every bucket and threatening, you know.
Well, when they allow fans again, the ATX poker team's going to show up and just stand behind you broadcasting.
That sure will be comfortable.
Whoa,
Yeah,
no.
That won't get distracting at all. All right, we've got Judy back in the mix here with ace-queen, and he'll raise up to 40K, and the bomber, he's got pocket sixes. So buckle up here. Willie chooses to tangle, punch and Judy. John, how long is it going to be before Judy joins Team ATX Poker? I think she's already earned a spot here just by the chat praise here. Got to get her a hoodie.
We got to get her
mask, get her an Instagram account.
I wasn't sure what I put him on.
Branded up.
Queens and nines. Here for Punch and Judy.
We'll get her an all pure sponsorship.
Yep. Judy has got top pair, top kicker. This is probably a folding spot for the bomber.
I made you say it.
I mean, there are some instances where I could see him maybe continuing, but they generally happen to be like in position. And
Yeah. Yes, you did. The better hand on 3-5.
whereas if he's out of position often in these spots, he's going to want to opt to take the lead. Maybe he could attempt to try to bluff catch, barrel the turn, but, I mean, we see George is a tough man to predict. That's why I call him the bomber. You may never know if those chips are going to go rampage right in the middle.
See, that's what I mean. That could have.
Heat checker.
I didn't want to really see another card.
Back here to the bomber, still deciding. Floor Burt out here is I can't necessarily hear what the table is saying, but Austin Whaley in the chat, $5 super chat. Give me that Judy merch, please. The people have spoken. We need to get Judy in the 2-5 game on Thursday.
I don't think they're ready for it.
No, I don't. You know, we don't want to break the game too.
Yeah.
Like we also want to keep the player pool intact because. Well, it looks like we've got some Russian here in the chat. I can't read it yet, but
he's asking how long Judy has been playing.
is that your interpretation of whatever that is? That
I have no idea. That's what I would assume. She's the fan favorite right now.
all over the world, people are talking about Judy. As easy win, Judy, says Dr. John. If you can come up with a great pun, nickname, catchphrase, you fire it off here in the chat.
Well,
And we will laugh and share the good word in your great sense of humor, Chat Nation.
If you come up with a funny pun that would make a good Judy T-shirt, I will make that shirt and deliver it to you.
Winner of the pun contest for Judy is going to get their chance to get it embroidered on a shirt. As back over here to the bomber. Decide if he wants to button raise. Do some stealing.
Easy to go for it.
There we go. Dez only needs to get through Albert, and Albert has aces. Do you think he's going to play this hand?
How would you feel here with a pair of ones?
I would probably sit there. I'd probably do exactly that. Hope Bomber has a big hand, but Colin must have been away from his seat before the start of the hand because his blinds have already been folded. If you're not present at the table, unless we have some kind of card error, this is just George posturing, which he has been known to do in some spots, but he's going to take the time to use this opportunity to count on his chips. So, yeah, hey. Let's see. Judy Jammer, Judy Brunson, Judy Setson instead of Judy Jetson. Call of Judy really isn't being beat. Like, it's Albert, aces, Alberts.
Yeah, Call of Duty is great.
As we continue here on TCH Live, as here throughout. Well, I'm gonna wait on some of these promos, make sure we're confirmed on them. They're all good. The ones we talked about last night. Okay. Excellent. Good. You know, sometimes late at night the world's not a real place, and then it's. Let's see. We got aces getting cracked. We'll get 30% off your time in the month of February. So, any point in time you play here at TCH, your aces get cracked. You're going to get 30% off your time. So that's fantastic stuff. It just means everybody in the house is going to get, 30% off, right? That's everybody I know that has ever played poker here at TCH has all simultaneously. Okay.
Got their aces cracked.
Judy and the Feast. Not bad.
I would have liked a continuation bet there from Colin.
Yeah, he could have.
I think he would have got that one.
He may have just in the rare instance because Ted is at sort of bottom of his range of just pocket pairs that he may have gathered the assumption that that's a hand that is within his range as far as what he would call to defend with. So maybe that is why he decided to see Judy of Arc, Judy's Feast, Judy Huxtable. You've been Judified.
Moose Judy makes me laugh so hard too,
Moose
but it's
Judy.
such a oddly specific.
Yeah, it's only known in these streets. So there is the low-hanging fruit. There's the Judge Judy, let's see. Famous Judys. I just Googled it, and there's only one. R. Judy. It's completely taken over Google's algorithm. There are no other Judys listed in famous Judys. They're just like, Google has caught on very fast. As we continue here on TCH Live, Judith Priest. I like that. That's
Judith Priest.
right. Still down to five-handed. Mike Gimlet here with John Shack of ATX Poker and super producer Carolyn.
Let's get them likes up. All them Judy fans.
Yeah, if you like Judy and you support Judy, well, gosh darn it, you better hit that like button. Jumpin' Judy, says Robert. Let's
introduce Judy to the world.
The world has been introduced. 32K raise up here by Colin. Blinds 5K, 10K. Judy now here with the King 8 of clubs. Not realizing the world has her back here in the spot. The adjudicator. Oh, wait, the adjudicator. I like it. Bomber here with 7-5, and he's ready to play. So buckle up, folks, here. We'll see if George connects with anything. He unfortunately does not. Pot of about 79K. New guy Colin with bet 25 or at least 30. No, 25. Oh no, the bomber! He did it! He's got nothing but backdoors. Colin instantly calls him here. I was worried this is a spot he might do it. Oh, we got it. 5 turned, and it is 6 on the end. So that would have been just gross if we could have gotten a running 5-7. The bomber, maybe hoping Colin had a hand like ace-queen or something that he
He's
could
in
get
good
the
spirits,
fold.
though. Good game. Good game, George.
GG. As, well, they don't call him the bomber for nothing, as he will step out here in 5th.
The rookie takes the chip lead.
Oh, boy. As E, I actually almost changed my name to E from Yuma at some point. Taylor asking how much up top? 2.2 million. Aha, very funny. It's 1.5. They're smart ass. Jeez. Let's see. There's we double check. First place 2,559. Second 1,757. Third 1,318. Fourth 998. Fifth 719. Sixth 639. So. Unless there was any other changes specifically to the payouts. That is what we know. Judy calls. That's what Call of Judy. Judy calls.
Judy calls.
Colin here with a raise up 5-handed. There's Judy here on the button with ace-7 of hearts. Big Daddy Judy sends a pack and all the chips she'll be stacking. Big Daddy Judy. Yeah, Big Daddy Judy.
I think BDJ.
She's got to get one of those Big Daddy hats on.
I don't think that's for Big Daddy. I think that's still on the backdoor Judy.
Yeah, it's still, but it's.
Big Daddy Judy is great, though.
All right, we've got a 3-bet by Albert after.
Brokefish. Colin's actually from, goes to UTSA. He's a pre-law student. He's just in town for the weekend.
It turned out to be a nice trip. There
you go, Randall. Your son's doing you proud.
Hey, Randall. Shout out to Colin from down in San Antonio. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. And yes, it is normally this ridiculous. I promise you. It's not. This is nothing new. We are just watching it here for the first time. Make sure to click subscribe. We stream on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. And we've got a Judy call here with ace-7 of hearts. Call of Judy, too. Moody Judy outdrew me, says Andrew. Sage before Judy. David Becker punching Judy. Of course, Judy Brunson. Oh, my goodnesses. We've got an ace-high heart draw for Judy.
I can't say I got a read on it.
Now she's going to turn the nut flush. Albert has no part of this and is putting the brakes on. Does Judy go one more check? Or with a paired board, it looks like she is going for big bet value town.
Overbet, though.
Boom. Well, I don't know if it's overbet to the size of the pot, but well, okay. No, you're probably right. That's like what? Okay. Probably going to be an Albert Fold, but that is a fact. The GOAT, she don't miss, folks. She doesn't miss. And that's
Stone Cold Judy. Never misses.
Yep, Stone Cold Judy in Austin.
Stone Cold Judy Austin.
Pink and Judy. Flush and Judy. Amazing Judy. That is. I think we're gonna have to make this a hashtag. Call of Judy. Tweet it out there. Get it out there on your Instagram tags. Let the world know. Hashtag Free Judy. And we continue here on TCH Live Sunday.
Judy's gonna lose it when she rewatches the stream later.
I kind of always wonder, when we do shows like this, and they're just like, oh, I wonder if they'll say some nice things, and then they hear that the entire broadcast is made of puns of their name. Like,
You just became a living legend.
even more so than before.
Mm-hmm. I respect Ted's chip stacking style.
Judy in the sky with diamonds. Yes. Fold. Ted here with the ace-jack. Judy calling with ace-10. The equity splits are backwards here. It should be Ted at 27% with ace-jack and Judy here with far more equity with ace-10. But nonetheless, we'll accept the computer's math logic here, even if
we know the true story.
We know the real, what's really going to happen. Oh, wow, Ted, a monumental accomplishment, nearly unprecedented, gets a hand against Judy. Rob Jones, call of Judy as my mom-in-law. Go get a mom. Damn straight, we're all pulling for Judy. Juicy. Judy's barbecue.
Juicy Judy.
E. McKenzie, I definitely like this a lot more than E as a kind of guy. Terry, hope you're having a good move ahead of us. As Mike of the team are always supporters of women at the poker tables. Absolutely. You just get too many dudes around, bad things happen.
All right, Seth's going to come in here and hit that button.
And if you are a lady, come on out here Friday. 50% off your hourly rates.
Queen Judy with Queen Judy here.
Queen Judy.
That's right, Terry.
Yes, Queen Judy. As Wednesdays, actually this Wednesday, ATX Poker, our boy John Shack here. 1-2 no limit meetup game happening.
6 and 12.
Hey, invite you out here. Come out, get some John dollars, maybe some steamed Ola dollars, some Steam Team dollars. I'll probably be around, maybe probably for part of it.
Some Aaron monies.
Aaron. Judy's my grandma Judy. Just Judy. All right. Judy here with the 5 deuce. Here in the big blind. Is Ted with yet another miracle has pushed Judy out of the pot.
So here, do they usually make a deal at this?
Here as we continue here on TCH Live.
Yeah, Terry, we're always big supporters, especially with the WPA. And really cool stuff you had this weekend over in Florida. And big shouts to Ruth Hall. Way to bink that second place in that big tournament over there.
That is baller time. As we continue here on TCH Live, join us tomorrow night, 5-10 no limit cash games starting at 6 p.m. I think my good friend for Oklahoma will be back in for. It's the reason why he wanted to play on the stream last week, was he could do it and then kind of join the following week. And He'll provide his humor and insight, and he got a lot better the second time around. So
He's great.
he's a swell man.
Yeah, he's great.
All right, we've got a gutter ball for Judy. Ted here with top pair, queen kicker. So it's got to be the 8 of spades. Oh, wait, we got Ted betting now. Okay, yeah, of course he's in position. I thought he had I had it backwards here. So Ted's going to bet. Unfortunately, at that is going to drive Judy and Albert out. But
So we have 2 veterans of the stream versus 2 rookies on the stream tonight.
here in the chat.
That's what's so exciting about this Sunday tournament is that anybody can big tournament get on the final table.
That is the fun of signing up for it anyway.
And they can be the next Call of Duty.
You might be some random person out there. And there's a lot of people out there saying, I'm a random person. How do I get on TCH Live? Well, you can email TCH Live list at Texas Card House or text 512-843-1971. Text it if you want to be on any of our future streams. A point of contact here on TCH Live for our cash games, whether it be 5-10 on Mondays or Thursdays 2-5. The Judy Army.
Steamdola alert.
So there you go. Was this the third best, or this the second or third best combo of pocket eights?
Yeah,
Because the nuts of Steamdola is 8 of spades, 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts, right.
Yeah, that's the top. So as Albert has moved in with the Steamdola.
I would think this is the second best, but clubs is my favorite suit.
Really?
What's your favorite suit?
Judy Gobert, says Nick from Yuma.
Judy Gobert.
GameStop Judy. Our stock just keeps going up. As Albert with the squeeze, though, here with pocket eights. Yep, Steamdola says it's the worst combo, so it must be 8 of spades, 8 of hearts, 8 of spades, 8 of diamonds, and then 8 of spades, 8 of clubs.
Yeah.
So Judy is not calling with the queen 6. Don't ever assume the GOAT would do something so radical. Unbelievable. Can't believe the disrespect show. No,
Have
I
some
can't.
decorum. This is TCH Live.
Yeah. Have a little respect here for this chair. Judy Robert Ballond. That's they're very good. Eve.
I'll play it out.
I like it.
Go out third. You guys can do what you want to do first and second. Yeah, that's not a deal.
Oh, okay.
Instead of Jude Law, there's Judy Law.
Blinds are up 8-16.
Texas Judy House, TGH.
Give me a minute.
Well, we got a limp on the small blind. Tab with a raise up with ace-9 of diamonds.
You know, Colin may have only been playing for about 7 months, but man, does he got the stare down.
Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe there's somewhere else he'd learned that from, or
Yeah.
these kids these days and their iPads that just learn everything so quick. Judy and Hold, or Hodl, Judy Khabib, Judy No Stock, Judy Hold'em. Let's. Cornell Iron saying my stack went to Judy. That's you know, we're glad you sacrificed one for the greater good. Hillbilly says Judy is my cousin. Is that real? Like, is that how you found this stream? Is that I don't have the ability to always tell if somebody's messing with me. So raised up here by Colin with the old 9-8 offsuit. Ted with 9-3 says no thank you. Is going to get a fold.
With the button raise.
Wow, Judy folding the Doyle, but was not suited, so Sister Judy of TCH, JTN.
Sister Judy.
55,000.
It's and I can't wait till we don't have mass so I can go back to reading people's faces. Yeah, I imagine that makes it a little more difficult, deterrent to pick up any, you know, twitches or uncomfortable facial expressions or Mr. To Go Viking, Judy in the Sky with Diamonds. The second time I heard that one, and it was still good the second time. Colin here with a raise four-handed, ace-5, up to 35K with blind 6K, 12K.
Thank you very much. That's all fun.
Jedi Master Ted, Mike's troll filter is broken. Yeah, maybe I didn't just get enough sleep. Queen 10 versus ace 5, 10s and jacks with a queen here for Judy. Colin here with backdoor clubs with the ace of clubs in his hand.
Now you're going to be small blind 8,000.
And he is about to make the biggest mistake of his life.
I can't see him.
Betting into Judy here when she's got second pair. How could he have done such a thing? Unreal. 8 here on the turn, though. As Judy even with even more of a lock on this, but
She says, continue, young man.
bet of 75 here by Colin, putting pedal to the metal. He might get caught speeding here, but the GOAT is not going to have any of it.
Raised to 40,000.
Call at 75 here by Judy. Just has to dodge an ace or another scare card. It's 5. It does give Colin a little bit of showdown value, but gonna check and check. And Colin, you just got Judy, bro. Biggest mistake you've made here today is just trying to take a hand off of Call of Judy. And the GOAT continues to rise here to the top.
16.
To the moon.
Broke fish, big mistake for. Didn't he go to UTEP? He's made bigger mistake. UTSA, isn't it?
Yeah, he goes to UTSA.
That's a good school, good enough school, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good school.
It's not, you know, it's not one where you're making fun of it. Like I don't think it's.
No.
It's not like Texas State where they just give a degree to anybody.
And UTSA has a really good political science and program there.
I kid. I didn't want to make fun of anybody from Texas State. That's. I figured that might have poked the bear out of some Southwest Tech State alum or something. That was always my favorite joke. I think Uncle Sam was at Texas State, and I was like, "Who was your guys' rival, the liquor store? It closed at 9. We're gonna get there, and we're gonna win." All right. Judy, the myth, the legend. Oh, I have no idea about schools. I just wanted to make my pun. Well, hey, I'll allow it. That's okay. Let's see. Justice Judy, the outdrawing Judy, Rampage Judy. Jelly of Judy. Judy is my mama now. This is Mr. To Go Viking. There's Judy here with Ace Judy. Just completely renamed the card after her. Oh, there you go. Jedi Master Ted went to Southwest Texas, so that's. Is Colin here with a raise? Oh my goodness. 3-bet here to 100K. What will our hero do next? Better off Ted. Maybe better off folding.
Better off
Judy
Ted.
will not be pushed around as. Says take this whippersnapper.
Isn't Better Off Ted the movie with
No, it's
it was a TV show.
Yeah, it was a TV show that was 2 seasons, and I thought it was freaking brilliant. But it was
with Portia.
It was made probably. It would have been probably better if it was made during the streaming era than it was put on ABC at the time that it was.
Where the scientists freeze themselves.
Yeah. That's it's still an incredibly funny show. We got like shoving chips happening out here, so we're probably a little behind the action because I believe Judy had called the pre-flop 3-bet. So Colin, being the raiser out of the small blind, elects to have ripped it. Judy's got the ace of diamonds, though. It would be, if she called and missed, she would still have at least like 350K or so. But do you want to just put it in here on this kind of a draw at this stage of the game? We're all hoping yes, just for Judy magic. Judy Jetson, Judy Setson. With the fate of the nation awaiting, will Judy decide to gamble here? Is Colin's bet intimidating enough? And we're going to get a call, and we're going to get a good old-fashioned flip here on the flop. 53-47, but we all know Judy's got the equity. She can get an ace. She can get a diamond. Ain't some backdoors. That's not going to do it. Need an ace diamond. It's a diamond! Never cross Judy!
16, please.
The legend. Now at 1,100,000 chips, and you just got Judy. Good game, Colin. Good game, Colin. All things considered, all joking aside. Very good game. Very good game, Colin.
Don't even call it the river anymore. Call it the Judy.
The Judy. With the ace Judy, with the ace of diamonds. The goat out there doing goat things.
And she got the flush on the Judy.
Bang. That will hopefully be a valuable lesson to our audience that if you ever meet Judy there on the felt, you are in danger.
Yeah, Ethan, tell Colin he did a good job, though, man.
Can't miss, says Steamdola.
Way to bink it on the final table. He made all you San Antonians proud.
Damn straight.
Come see us again soon.
As, well, three-handed. We've got Ted, we've got Judy, and we've got Albert. Just got Judy. Nick from Yuma, he should have been folding instead of calling. Very good. And that's why I like this job, because the chat, when you add something beautiful like that I wouldn't have thought of, like, thank you. It's feeding me wisdom. All right, three-handed is gonna get a fold. Might be able to hear with John Shack. How you holding up, John? So we are, what, 90 minutes? So we're like an hour and a half of the stream. We're down to like three-handed, right? Ish, kind of like. There's.
Yeah, down to 3. And then there were 3.
That there are is. Well, we will not have the tournament next weekend, but if you do come on down here for Super Sunday, you get 50% off if you're checked in during the Super Bowl. So maybe you're bummed. You're like, damn, I can't get my bros and I can't get families together or anything like that. Or if you just like, hey, all of a sudden I've got a free Sunday night. You can come watch the game here while you're playing a cash games for 50% off your time.
Make some money.
Dang straight. Next Sunday. So maybe I should just stream during the Super Bowl and just get really shit-faced and eat chili and just rant about. I don't know. Maybe I hope it's just a fantastic game. And
only if, as it drips, Dunks comes and.
Yeah,
clean up duty Dunks.
No, I don't know if it sounds like Chili would be a bet. He was super hyped today, so it's just I could not get him tired. Just more playtime. It's playtime.
We need to do a Dunks and Gunner play date.
Caitlin said the same for her.
Oh, Maverick.
Yeah. That looks like a wild, awesome, crazy dog. Anyway, on the felt here, Ted trying to be brave as he's got a gutter ball. Albert has got bottom pair. Albert says, don't mess with me. No, he would never say something like that. But all right, 3 of diamonds here on the end.
Play a few more hands. That's why we can't play poker anyway.
Raise to
All right.
33,000.
Albert checks. It's Ted go for another bullet here with 397K. He does have Albert chipped and goes for 95K. Albert's got the best hand. Does he read weakness here? He's going to fold as a strong bet by Ted on the turn and the riv.
That was a call, I apologize.
Yeah, he's going to take that pot down.
Nice
No.
bet there, Ted. I think if it would have been any other 3 besides the diamond,
Bet 75,000.
He might have given it some thought.
he might have, because nothing would have changed for him.
Oh my. Okay. Can't read that comment, but so much. Judy should just say, "Give me first place money, and you two chop the rest." I am Judy. Doesn't really sound like something she would say if doing something first person. So hey, you better mind your manners and know you're Judy here. She would never refer to herself in the third person, but hey, good news. Judy has got some ladies. Thought about doing these super extended long. Bill Burr just screaming for it.
Just have it pre-recorded.
I always love it because he starts the pod. I'm just checking in on ya and all that, and just random phrases that he says in a Boston accent. Or
Did you see his new movie?
The King of Staten Island? Or
Yeah.
I never did see that one. No, I know he's in it, but
It's worth a watch.
I thought he was fantastic in The Mandalorian. It was such a role that I would have never expected that he would be just like perfect at. But, you know, space criminal with an attitude. That's what a guy.
Yeah, King of Staten Island is worth giving it a quarantine view.
Yeah, I would probably give a look here at some point.
Pete Davidson is just one of those actors that when I watch him, I can't tell if I like him or not.
Yeah, he's.
But I
Is
watch it, you know.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to hate him.
Right.
I don't want to dislike him to a degree, and they're going to do it. Just, you know, Saturday Night Live is either really super hit or miss. It's just either incredibly tone deaf and just dumb, or, you know, depending on who they get as the guest, it, you know, hits the ball out of the park. So
You grew up on the same.
yeah, kind of
around
that same time length of when, like, as I was getting into it was when all the main cast members started to kind of branch off and move on. So it's been this sort of like SNL sucks downswing that's been happening for.
Because we got to see the Mike Myers and the Chris Farleys all the way through the Will Ferrells and the.
Yeah, and I think I always had to probably go to bed on those Saturdays if I recall. I can't remember, but. All right, we've got Albert with Ace Queen. Hey, Jake Galley. Judy Riffick, $5 super chat.
Let's go.
Let's go. Judy here with a 7 and a button raise by Albert. So good game, Albert. This tournament's about to be over.
Okay, let's do it by chip.
No, I don't think she's doing some shoving. Judy coin to the moon. Yes.
Florida live stream.
Deserves her own cryptocurrency.
Big shout outs to Jim there from Peace and Poker.
That is a fact at Peace and Poker on the gram.
On the grams. And you can follow Mike at Hoops Mike.
Yeah.
Or myself at ATX Poker.
Judy Smith-Schuster. Damn
Judy
straight.
Smith-Schuster.
She pairs up a 7. Albert here with top pair, though. Either player with a diamond.
They can do,
Albert ripping.
not do the ICM shop. I don't have the.
Judy now here
I
with the
don't have it on
decision.
my phone or anything. It's something to do with the amount. I don't even know exactly.
Andrew
It's something to do with
Northwest
the amount of
Austin.
chip count you got, and things along those lines. When you guys talk about chop
Get
or
a
anything,
fold.
we usually don't get involved in it. That's something that you guys come up with and do. I will
Dollar
find out
sign
if
Judy and
somebody
hold
else has
says
photos I can
Rockstar
share with you
implementation.
Carolyn's looking at it.
and see if I can get it, but I don't
Judy
have it on my
coin.
phone.
Yeah, that
Let me
is.
see what I can find out. Give me a minute. Keep playing
No
the game.
nonsense,
I'll be back.
Judy. Putting in work, says Braulio Sanchez. Let's sign off with this here. Make sure to hit the like. See if we can get over 100 likes here within the next like 10 minutes. I know you guys can do it. There might be some of you that have not been able to rear back, launch yourselves face first into the like.
Yeah, Andrew, it's definitely a room to check out here in Austin and in Dallas, if you're in Dallas, or Houston, or Rio Grande.
All right, we have Ted on the button with kings. William Lottie says, this sounds like they're floating an ICM chop. Instead of doing the ladies, but just do it with Lottie.
Lottie line.
As Ted with a couple of Cowboys. Going to get a fold.
Okay, first would be 21.
Steve Hammond, I assume brother of Daryl Hammond, says kudos to they ain't what they used to be.
It's 1850.
Quote SNL. Yeah, it's comedy takes on new life forms, and it's like what we could kind of just used to be able to make fun of all the time in the 90s, I think transformed to just a very...
Not so much these days.
Yeah, I don't. It's...
I'll take the deal.
Kind of like when I rewatched the first season of Community, and I go, oh, that wouldn't last on TV these days.
Yeah, and I really didn't even like the first season as much as I like the second and the third. The first is kind of like they spent too much time with relationship-y drama, and then they realized like that's not funny. Like, let's just do bits and funny shit.
Oh, I know.
Just like just nonsensical. Yeah.
It slowly has become my favorite show. It kills me. Every time I rewatch it, I see something else happening, like in the background. Just a random scene that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, like, did you ever see the one where Abed's delivering a baby?
Yeah, he's delivering
I never
a
saw
baby.
it until the third time I ever watched it. Like, you see him, like...
During the oil spill.
Yeah, it was...
It's so random.
Thanks, Cat P. This is great commentating, guys. Appreciate it.
Great catting. Cat.
All right, we got Judy here with 5 high, Ted here with 10 high, and Ted's about to get crushed, right? It's about to be. Well, that's a big hand for Ted, though. He flops a pair and a flush draw with his 10 of clubs.
The Doyle. I liked In Living Color. I thought that was a good one. Jim Carrey. Fire Marshal.
And 6 clubs, so Ted has made a flush. Judy has also made one, but no redraws. Maybe just looking to get the showdown or get the little bluff skis in here.
I'm sorry. It isn't all into you. I'm sorry.
I made it super easy.
It's like 5 on the end. And I imagine after this turn bet, Judy's probably going to slow down and see. The 10 of clubs is good. All right. Eugene, bull culture and comedy don't mix. No, I think there's a lot of funny things I read on Twitter, like just from like a joke standpoint, but it's sort of like the beat a dead horse with unfunny impersonationists that was kind of like, not my thing. The Hillary singing on a piano Hallelujah was like the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life of like, oh, come on, seriously? But beyond that, there's a lot of good stuff in there. And I just had to get that off my chest. Of, like, all right, 8-16, 16K big blind Annie.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, the deal.
You guys are good? Floor, live stream.
And it's all Judy right now, but Ted
Me too.
is not far behind here at this point with just under 200. K less, and there's the people's champion, Albert, doing it for the people, ripping it all in. And that is going to get 2 hands to fold, so.
All right, I will go up front and let the lady go.
Albert chipping himself back up to 317. Don't sleep on Albert here yet, but it is.
They just need to push their stacks forward.
BDA.
Yeah, it is Big Daddy Judy time. Big Mama Judy. Bad Mama Jamma.
Is that just for the camera?
Judy running this table, says Aiden. I assume that was our Aiden. That was
Good run, Aiden. Good run. GG.
William Lottie. I'm hearing deal talk again on the audio, so it not sync with video. I'm not sure. Let me take.
Judy, crushing the game. Crushing the game.
First time here.
They discuss it a lot.
Oh, okay.
6 times, never made the money. So
Yeah, I'm wondering if there is a difference in the delay and then the. Big Daddy Judy was funny. Thanks, Ted.
they started out with quads early.
You know, that's like the top of the hierarchy of nicknames here.
Did you see Lottie earlier when he got in?
No, what was
His hair is getting bigger and bigger. Every time I see him, he's getting more and more like Bob Ross. And
you
I
know?
love it. I want to like touch it.
I got a pocket.
It's like, it looks like a little cloud.
Jackson Walker, guys, Judy is my grandma. Austin, Texas, represent. Big Daddy Judy, let's go. All right. Albert here with the Queen Judy. Gonna fold. I think the position. Okay, never mind. He actually folded on the button. I'm kind of. Is that true, Hillbilly? She is my cousin. That's how you found the stream? Is
That's awesome, Jackson.
that is. I don't even think my parents watch this anymore. And I'm sure if I play it, they might be watching, but.
Mine always show up in the chat, usually needle me and then leave.
Yeah, that's what parents are for. So we've got a re-raise by the Big Daddy Judy.
The Lottie hairline, that's right.
The Lottie hairline.
We gotta hold it.
Jackson saying our whole family watched your probably should taught me everything I know about poker. Darn Skippy. So I probably shouldn't be cursing too much, is probably what he's saying. Like little Billy, 10 years old, watching, like, go, Grandma, go. And then F-bomb this, F-bomb that. I'll tell you what I think about the, you know. As we continue on TCH Live, Mike Youngblood, a.k.a. Hoops Mike. The dude talking here. We got John Shack, ATXPoker.club. Follow at ATX Poker. Lottie, I'm too nitty to get a haircut. I know, it's getting expensive, and you want to make sure to leave a tip for, stylists that are, they go through bumps and waves just like anybody else. So take care of your dealers, take care of your stylists, hide your kids, hide your wife. My kid. As we continue
Nice job, Judy.
on TCH Live.
Well, Big Shaq, Will Smith, said it best. Parents just don't understand, man.
Yeah,
They just
parents
don't
just don't understand.
You didn't do the other time.
Huh? Do this, Bob?
Judy and Louise. All right, Judy here with the Queen 5 of diamonds. So Judy is in the sky here with diamonds.
Shine on.
There's Judy the way, Ernesto. Queen, Jack, 6s. Albert has only backdoors. Judy here with top pair, probably bet and fold. I'm saying Judy makes the best mac and cheese in the world. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Is there anything she couldn't do? I bet if we sent Judy to the Middle East, I mean, it would just be dramatically better.
1816.
Just utopia.
It might be.
1716.
But, we shouldn't put a huge burden of responsibility on her. There needs to be more people out there to influence.
Someone
And
never added something in.
Yeah, that could be very.
We have
be
to protect
great,
her.
fantastic people, but
When I
you know,
brought the-
Judy
when I came out and I did the
in a
1
class
million,
all
when I
by
brought it back up
herself
there,
here
I
at this
thought 1
point.
million right with-
Nick from Yuma, I'm getting set up here. Do you know what they call a mac and cheese in France?
Okay.
Waiting.
All right.
Mac and Royale cheese or what? We got Judy here with an ace-10, raise up on the button. Ted here with ace-6. Maybe we'll get some fireworks.
Hey, Carol,
Nick,
how
it's
you
about
feeling
comedic
about
timing.
It really is.
He just logged off.
Yeah, he's like, just gonna.
You know
leave
what,
this
though?
stream.
Tune in tomorrow for the 510 live stream with Mike Jungblood and find out the answer.
Youngblood! Don't call me Youngblood.
Youngblood. Find out the answer to what they call the mac and cheese in France.
That's funny stuff. The Judy and cheese, says Jedi Master Ted. As we continue here on TCH Live Sunday. Max Payne and cheese, lol. Nick from you, I didn't think about the punchline. Well, gosh darn it, man. What the hell are you doing out there? Get it together, bro. All right. Judy here with ace-5 and ready to just vaporize Ted here with queen-7 offsuit.
You're commentating?
Is
You want Carolyn's spot?
paired board, wheel draw for Judy. Check, check, and check, and check. 10 ball on the turn. And the 4 ball on the end. So
Judy gets there.
Judy with the wheels in the sky. Bet here at 50K, but that has no reason to continue, and she'll show that, hey, I made a legit hand out of my big blind. So again, 5-10 tomorrow night. Last week's game was ridiculous. We've had some highlights reels posted since then. The biggest pot, I think, in TCH Live history that has, gone to finish.
Yeah, it was like 21,000, right?
Yes, sir.
Featuring the Mamba.
The Mamba himself. Here on our TCH Live highlight reels, we keep them all up for your viewing pleasure, along with our past streams and our full archive.
For free.
Absolutely, for free. Always interesting comments. During the live stream, people don't say much, but that's when the chat becomes, or the comment section goes super chat pro. Like, this is like super chat pro on steroids. Like every week, in the highlight videos comment section is just like.
They're all poker pro analysts.
And just angry. Like, it just seems just. I mean, I don't. Hey, people got knowledge, whatever. But
you know what? I'm gonna start going through all the old.
This guy sucks.
I'm gonna go through all the old archive. I'm gonna start leaving you some nice messages.
Yeah, that's not gonna be transparent. As Judy gonna buy GameStop in the morning when it dips. It's just gonna buy it straight up. John Fitch as the wheels in the sky keep turning. As we continue here on, you got Jack Link's Beef Link's Jerky. Oh, solid. Solid, brother, man. Thank you. Is Steam Dola says, I can't wait to punt on Thursday. Maybe I'll be out there dealing you some punts that you can do. Like that would be kind of fun to be on the table.
Nice. I'll be watching.
I was kind of surprised. The table's like, hey, you can talk. Like, you don't have to be a silent, serious dealer, dude. I'm like, no, I got to do my job. So, but now I'm like, oh, wait a second, maybe I can be amusing. So we've got some discussion.
By the way, Mike, the back of these lockers look like a morgue. They're kind of creeping me out. They look like the coolest.
That means they're safe. They're locked up. You can't get into it. Yeah, I mean, it was. You had to be here, John, when we didn't have like this studio set up, and it was just like this door here, open space. Literally all this stuff would have been on this side. I would have been on the other side there, where Zombie Helmuth is on the wall here.
Just staring you down.
Well, you were always. Carolyn was in the manager's room, and then we were like, "Hey, why don't we condense this all to one space when we're doing like the whole?" This is such a bad bit because people can't see visually what's happening in here, so I apologize. But there have been nice changes here to keep it secured, as we've got a dealer change happening. Judy for Prez. Rockstar Invitations say they are negotiating.
When you're dealing here, no matter where I'm at in the room, if you say like anything to anyone, I instantly pick it out of the crowd. I think it's because of TCH Live.
It probably is. Like, it's also one of those things people look up. Like, if I'm, and it seems to be with the younger generation too, that like they'll come on in here and then I'll speak and they'll be like, "The dude talking, you're that guy. You're that guy from the show," and it's just like they don't really know what I look like, but they can pick out the voice like instantly.
You're the guy.
You're the guy. You're the dude. You're like, yep, that is me. The guy that made you laugh probably once. All right, we got Albert in with the 7 deuce. Judy is going to let this one fly here for the first and just says, all right, young man, I will give you just a freebie here.
But next time, you'll get your comeuppance.
Yep. All right, so we'll hold up on that, but again, at atxpoker.club, we've got a meetup game happening here at Texas Card House this Wednesday. Come on out, meet the crew, subscribe, follow. They've got a new vlog. And I imagine you guys might be getting more into the vlog. Are you going to be doing vlog content Wednesday?
Yeah, we'll be doing more vlogs, trying to get out one weekly. Then the one that's coming out this week is going to be featuring Anderson from last Friday.
Anderson.
The classic Anderson. And then
I just want to call him like King of the Hill does for Thatherton. Like,
did you like
Thatherton?
Did you like his birthday sash yesterday?
It was very. There's a lot of.
There's a lot going on.
There's so many. You get Caitlin involved and you get Caitlin shenanigans involved, and everything just kind of goes crazy.
Caitlin shenanigans are great.
Well, that is it. We have an agreement on a deal. Apparently, that is going to be the end. They have bowed to the will of Judy, and for good reason. Judy, I presume, is probably getting a fair end of this. We appreciate you guys giving the fair end of our attention and love from all of you. Producer Carolyn, Seth, John Schock of ATX Poker. Join us tomorrow night on TCH Live 510. Smash the like before you go. May all your cards be live and your pots be monsters.
Good night, everyone.